Back at it. You already know what it is. Another truck over there. 13K local. Kind of a lot. It's all part of the process. I'm going to try to make a little snippet here and there today, but really I'm going to talk about going owner-operator and what that's all about. So, oh shit. We still got a lot left. Made it to the boot here, but still got a whole nother truck afterward. Don't ask me how I still fit under a bed. I don't know. Where's the plug, dude? There it is. Now we're getting to the point in the video where I'm going to talk about what the video is actually about. And that is that I have decided to go owner-operator for the company I'm working for. And for those of you that know what that means, yay, right? Congratulations, good job. For those of you that don't, basically I'm a subcontractor now, if you know what that is. If you don't, figure out what a subcontractor is. I held off on doing it for a long time because I thought to myself for a long time that, like, well, you know, I'm not really in it like that. Like, I'm gonna figure something else out, and like, I don't know. But eventually, you know, I realized that I should start making more money. If I'm gonna be here and could have been making more money, I might as well do it now. So, like, you know, it's really about the money, and it's also about, you know, just taking things up a notch in life and getting some more experience. Having a good time with it. You know, obviously there's a little more stress involved, but I figure if I make enough money to clear all my overhead, I ain't really got nothing to be that stressed about. And so far, so good. You know, I got to start paying my truck payment. Got to start paying all my labor, which you already know I got my guy with me every single day. But then I also got insurance. I also lost all my benefits, so I gotta, you know, go get some health insurance and stuff like that. You know, I got a lot of things to take care of. Fuel, hotels. But at the end of the day, making a lot more money. Yay, right? That's what life's all about, guys. Life's all about slaving away for the buck. This is only for a little while, right? At least that's what I say. That's what I said about the whole job to begin with. But whatever, we're here now. So this is only for a little bit. Figure it out. Obviously, with being an owner-operator, the incentive is to be on the road a little more. But when the family comes and I start really honing in on that, I don't want to be gone that much, like, at all. So we'll see how the cards play in the future. It's nice that I can hire who I want now. That's a really cool benefit. You know, if I feel like just hiring somebody on the spot, or a guy from the company that I like, or even a friend, you know, that's taking some risk. You know, I don't want them to break anything, but it's cool. The idea is cool. This is a pretty big milestone. I guess that's why I'm making the video, because I feel like this is an important switch in my life where I'm going to want to look back at, like, you know, what was the thinking process? And the thinking process was basically, I make as much money as I can working for the company. I gotta do something else. And, you know, I applied to like 20 other jobs just to test the waters and see, like, hey, what else can I do? Guess what? Nobody really called. I actually had like 2 calls. And one call was like basically for nothing, and the other call was an interview that was basically for nothing. You know, it's just like, I don't know if I just don't have enough experience. I don't know if it's because lack of experience, because I've just worked at one job for so long and that's basically all I've done, or what. I mean, it shows that I can work at a spot for a long time. I'm a reliable worker and I do a good job at what I do, enough to not get fired for sure. So I don't know what else. I mean, shit, man, all I did was get a job and work at that job for a while. I tried applying to like a bunch of other entry level positions, right? But like nothing. So guess I'm just not fit. So I'll do this. I'll make a bajillion dollars while I'm doing it. And, one day if another opportunity arises, I'll see what it's about maybe. But for now, this is what I do because it's what I've been doing already. So it's just a little bit different in terms of, me taking on basically all of the cost of business. But in return, I make a little more, to cover those costs and to pay me in accordance for having those stressors, if you will. One thing that does make it difficult, though, when talking about finding another opportunity is that now that I do this and I make, a little more, it's going to be harder to find something that can match that to an extent where I feel comfortable doing that and leaving, especially something that's like entry level, considering on paper I have no experience, even though I feel like my job offers a lot of different areas of experience that people just don't really think about because they don't think about my job. Even before I got my job and had it, I didn't think about any of the ins and outs and like actual details, like the customer service aspect, like people's most stressful or one of the most stressful times of their life. And you have to like really interact with people all day during that time. And sometimes it's a little much. So you gotta tiptoe and you gotta be careful with people, and you gotta be careful when things go wrong and how you engage with people because things certainly go wrong and they go wrong in pretty terrible ways. Not all the time. You really hope they don't, but accidents happen. Another thing is just, the overall physical aspect is something that you might kind of think about, but there are certainly some things that I never thought I would do and some pickles I never thought I'd find myself in. So anyway, just wanted to make this massive announcement in my life because everybody cares so much that I have switched over to being an owner-operator. And, with that being said, I will have the freedom to make maybe some more videos relating to work and stuff like that. And I have the freedom over my own schedule. So that's cool too. So I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. Anyway, thanks for sticking around this long. If you did, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Like I said, more work videos probably coming, but I can't say for sure because it seems like I make a bunch of videos and I don't for a while, and I make a bunch of videos and then I don't. I don't know. I'll try to be more consistent because that's really the key to the whole thing in documenting my life is being consistent, obviously. So anyway, that being said, take it easy, everybody.